Hi, and welcome to the video tour of Routine Timer. Routine Timer can create all kinds of multiple step routines. For example, here's one of the sample routines that comes with the application. It's for circuit training. You can see that there is a warm-up period, followed by alternating periods of station and rest. Let's start this routine. As you can see, the timer has begun counting down the warm-up period. Now we won't wait the full 2 minutes for this period to complete, so let's say that we got done with our warm-up early and are ready to begin the workout. So let's click Next to proceed to the bench press step. Now this routine can be paused at any time. And even if you have to exit the application to do something else or to take a phone call, Routine Timer will remember where you are, so you can pick right back up from where you left off. At the end of each step, an alarm will sound before proceeding to the next one. You also have the option for the phone to vibrate or do both. Now you get to pick the sound you want to hear from a selection of over 2 dozen, and I'll show you here in a bit how to do that. But let's watch this step complete so that we can hear the sound. Okay, let's stop this routine. So now that we've seen a routine in action, let's see how we can build one from scratch. To do that, I'll return to the main menu, and I'll click on this plus button here in the top right corner to add a routine. Okay, the routine I'm going to be adding is one for high intensity interval training. These types of routines are great for fat burning and for increasing your endurance. This particular routine I'm going to build is going to be based on the research of Dr. Izumi Tabata, where he came up with a routine of having 20 seconds of maximum intensity exertion followed by 10 seconds of rest, where those 2 steps are repeated 6 to 8 times. So for our example, we'll use 8 times as our routine here. So I'll give this routine a title. I'll call it Tabata interval. Make it plural. And I'll give it the category of exercise. I'll add my first step here. Call it max intensity for a duration of 20 seconds. Alright, looks good. And now for my 10-second rest period. Okay, looks good. Alright, and now I want a sound to play at the end of each step. And the current default sound, I'm going to change that from step done to a referee whistle. Okay. Looks good. Now for this particular routine, I don't want it to vibrate, and confirm before proceeding. I'm going to turn that off as well. And what that is that you have the option for the routine to pause at the end of each step and present you with a message box that the routine will not continue to the next step until you acknowledge that message box. But for this, since I'm going to be doing my maximum intensity and rest periods in succession to each other with no pause in between, I'll turn this option off. Okay, then the last thing to do is to set our iterations so that we repeat these 2 steps 8 times. Okay, looks good. Alright, and I'll save. And here's our new routine right here. So let's go into that. Now one more thing before we actually see this routine in action is I'd like a different sound for when I'm entering this maximum intensity so that it's very easy to distinguish a rest period from the exercise period. So to do that, I want to have a different sound transitioning from the rest period. So I'm going to go into rest, and I'm going to say on the step end. I'm not going to use the default of the referee whistle I picked earlier, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to choose a different sound for the ending, and something that has a very high intensity to it would seem appropriate here, so I'm going to choose home alarm. That sounds obnoxious enough. So then we'll go back, and now we have a home alarm sound at the end of our rest step. And I think we're ready to run this routine. Okay, our maximum intensity step has started. And we're going to watch this count down so that we can see the default step ending sound of referee whistle happen. And now we should expect to see, or expect to hear rather, the home alarm sound. Okay, now one other thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to pause this routine, and I'm going to pick a different sound for when the routine ends. So instead of the standard success sound, I'm going to change that to how about a game buzzer? Sounds good. So let's go back to the routine and resume it. Alright, now I'm going to skip ahead a few iterations so that we can see the routine ending. Right now we're on iteration 2 of 8, and I'll skip through to where we're near the end. Okay, iteration 8, last step, and we'll watch the routine complete. Okay, and there we go. Well, this ends this video tutorial of Routine Timer. But if you want more information, please feel free to visit our website at practiphone.com or contact us by clicking the contact link at the upper right of the site. Thanks for watching.